What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures, and welcome to season 4 of the Losing It podcast. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach. Your girl has not had a break since the podcast kicked off about 4 years ago now. So I have taken a much needed hiatus, but bitches, I am back and I am fucking better than ever. Chatting with you is like my favorite thing to do each week. So I have totally missed it. I have missed dropping into your earways. I don't know. Is that a thing? But I am back and I am excited because I've got a whole new direction coming for you this next season. We are talking mindset out the freaking wazoo. I know if you have struggled with emotional eating or if you've struggled with your weight for more than, let's just say, a week, then this is not a food issue. This is a mindset issue. It's all to do with the way you're thinking. I know it, you know it. Let's not BS ourselves because, honey, I'm just going to be blunt. It's not your fault if you're stuck in diet hell, but it is your fault if you stay there. And today I'm pulling back the curtain on 10 things that the 1% woman does. These are things that you are not doing yet, but when you do, you're going to become totally unrecognizable. And now that we're heading into the last third of the year, this is your time to level up. This is your time and your final opportunity. So I want you to grab a notepad and pen and get your little squirrely fingers ready to take some notes. We are talking not about willpower, but identity. And these 10 shifts are the line between you being stuck in the same place at the close of this year and finally being free. Now, as most of you know, if you've been watching my journey over on Insta, if you haven't, come on, just slide your little cute booty on over there and hit the follow button. You'll find me at Kylie_Pax. I have lost 15 kilos now this year, and it didn't take me all year. It's only in the last 6 months that I've lost 15 kilos. How did I do it? By following my eating codes, the blueprint that I talk about all the time, jibber jabbering in your ear, the blueprint, my eating codes, the blueprint, my eating codes. That is how I've done it. There was no diet, there was no restriction, there was no calorie, tracking or deprivation. It melted off my body when I followed the 4 eating codes. And because, there's always a little more to it. And I worked on my mindset. And these 10 points that I'm going to share with you today are some of the main changes that I've made. Because first of all, when I often talk now about the 99% of women and then the 1% woman, if you are stuck with your weight right now, you are acting like 99% of the women out there, and that's why you're not getting results. Let's not bullshit ourselves. This is the real deal. But there is a 1% woman. There's a 1% version of you. She's the elite version. She's the one that doesn't fuck around anymore. She is sick and tired of her own shit, and she is making changes. And the first thing she does is she eats by the codes, not by her cravings. Cravings are going to bring chaos to your life. When you follow my eating codes, you get clarity. They're so stupidly simple that you can't F them up. You just can't if you try. So, for example, one of them that I love, the main weight loss code is the third one, which is follow your plan and not your mood. That is one of them, but that's not the one that's the weight loss code. The weight loss code is stop eating at 80% full. Stop eating at 80% full. This is how you're going to stop the nighttime binges, because you're not going to feel like a fat, bloated pig when you finish your dinner at night. And so you think, F it, I might as well just keep eating all night. No. We don't roll like that anymore. The 1% version of you, she stops eating at 80% full because she still wants to feel energetic when she finishes her meal. She's tired of feeling like a fat cow. So the 1% woman doesn't ask herself, do I feel like this? Should I have seconds? Oh, let's eat it now in case we miss out later. She says, what is it that I want to feel tomorrow? Not now. Oh, I want relaxation now. I want release now. I want to escape my feelings now. No, how she feels right now in the moment is irrelevant compared to how good she knows she's going to feel tomorrow. So she follows eating code number 2, which is stop eating at 80% full. The second thing she does is she now decides to play offense, not defense. You've lived your whole life in defense mode. I've got to get this weight off, try and stop this weight. I've got to stop myself gaining weight. It's exhausting. The 99% woman, she reacts. Feeling stressed, I better just binge. But the 1% woman, Oh, no. She sets her standards before life throws the curveball. So when you plan your meals in advance, for example, you are immediately eliminating decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is one of the main reasons why we stuff our faces at night, because we're exhausted. You've only got so much capacity for making decisions throughout the day. You have injected all of that into your job or whatever it is that you're doing during the day. It's exhausting. As females, we are so freaking awesome. It's insane that we don't all just get born with little medals, because we totally should. What we have to deal with is phenomenally challenging on a day-to-day basis, but we do it because we are queens. And when you take charge of your schedule like that, as in planning little things like your meals in advance, you eliminate decision fatigue, which eliminates the huge possibility of you just Uber eating all night and stuffing your face like a whale. We don't do that. If you're not planning, then you are immediately surrendering and you're just going to live in the land of averageosity. I'll just make words up, but it sounds good. The third thing the 1% woman does is she guards her mental real estate. Honey, come on. You become what you consume. Are you really going to sit there doom scrolling TikTok all night until midnight and wonder why you feel like so much shit in the morning? Listen to a mindset podcast. That is 1% woman activity. She is working on her mindset. She's listening to a podcast. She's doing a meditation. She's doing some, downward dog yoga shit, like whatever that is. You have to think about it this way. Garbage in, garbage out. It's really not that technical. Your brain is the weight loss operating system for your entire body. Your mindset is your weight loss operating system. If you're going to feed it in junk, then expect crappy, junky, shitty results. And you might think, but Kylie, I'm scrolling TikTok and Insta for inspiration. I just look at other thin women. Well, okay, that's fantastic. Do you feel really good about yourself when you do that? Do you feel like a rock star? Are you so motivated by the time that's finished that you only want to eat apples down to their core for the next 3 days? No, you don't. You feel like garbage because we always end up thinking, what are they doing that's better than me? Why are they better than me? I'm her age. Why don't I look like that? I've got 18 kids. So does she. Why don't I look like that? Comparison is innately in you. Eliminate it by shutting that shit down and moving on to the point number 4 that the 1% woman does, which is she refuses to start again on Monday. Every time you fall into that comparison trap, like we just spoke about a second ago, you end up thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to start the plan that this stranger on TikTok is doing, and I'm going to eat all my chocolate in the house tonight so that I can start again tomorrow. Well, the 1% woman doesn't roll like that. She refuses to do her start again tomorrow BS. That's such a sob story. A sob story. Like, you should be embarrassed. If you're still rolling that out, I'm embarrassed for you, quite frankly. If you're still hitting the reset button every Monday, that is a monumental identity leak. That tells me immediately you are not yet the 1% woman. It should tell yourself, like, that is a wild red flag just waving in the wind. You are not yet the woman that you need to be in order to lose weight and keep it off. Think about it like this. The 99% woman, she binges every Friday night, drinks, parties, eats trash all weekend, and then she promises Monday everything's going to change. Everything is going to change on Monday. She falls victim to horizon thinking, where she thinks just over there on the horizon is this magical version of me, and she's the one that's going to show up on Monday and save me from my own self. She can't do that if you are not giving her the tools that she's going to need to act now. If you're feeding yourself garbage all weekend and drinking yourself into a slush ball, how can this magical version of you show up? Only another slush ball fat version of you can show up on Monday, because that's all you've been behaving like. If you want the 1% version of you to show up on Monday, then you have to start fueling yourself like her now. You have to start making decisions like she would make now. You have to start acting like she would act now. Otherwise, nothing is going to change. Your success is in the recovery speed from the every time you fall off track. It's not imperfection. You getting things perfect is not what is going to lead to your success. It's in how quickly you course correct when you do fall off track. That's what's going to lead to your success. The 5th thing that the 1% woman does is, babe, she is tracking triggers, not calories. And this one is huge. 99% of women are freaking obsessed with their macros, and they're missing the real enemy, which is their emotions and the identity, the way they currently see themselves. Do you still see yourself as a woman who can't control herself around food? Can't keep chocolate in the house. Woo, just walk past a bakery and I get fat. You think that's all cute and funny when you say stuff like that in front of your friends? It's not funny at all. Your brain doesn't know it's a joke. Your brain is just reinforcing one more time. Yes, I am the fat girl that can't control herself around food. So when you're journaling in the morning, I want you to get out. If you've got my bombshell trackers and journals, you should be using them. If you don't, you need to message me over on Insta so I can set you up with them, because that is how you start changing your identity from the inside out. All of you out there trying to change who you are from the outside in. I'll just lose weight and then my life will change. No, honey, no. You have to change your life, your decisions, your mindset, the mental way that you move throughout your day. Then the outside will change. When you solve the why you're making these decisions, why you keep self-sabotaging, why you feel like you're going to miss out every time somebody has the last slice of pie, then the what fixes itself. And rolling right into point number 6, the sixth thing that the 1% woman is doing, and a lot of you aren't even going to like this, but it's real and it's true. I'm only telling you things that I had to do, honey. I'm not preaching from a pedestal. I had to crawl out of this mess myself. I started investing where it hurts. I didn't start investing in the places that are comfortable. I started investing in the places that hurt the most. And if you could see me right now, if there was a camera on me, I just rolled my eyes while I was saying that because it's freaking uncomfortable. 99% of women are out there splurging on Netflix and their nails and their Uber Eats. It's great. It's great. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But you're also hesitating for weeks, months, or years on end when it comes to coaching or a gym membership or even just buying a cute pair of sneakers so you can walk around the block. I had to invest in my own self. I did get a gym membership. I did get a coach. I started investing in quantum growth so that I could not sit back and wait for tiny little results to show up on my doorstep. I wanted to see big ass results, so I had to make some big ass moves. Your money, the way you, listen, you know this is true. I've said this for years. The way you do anything is the way you do everything, and money is no different. Your money reveals your priorities. If you're happy to invest in your nails and a night out at the movies with popcorn, then you are, but nothing to do with your weight or getting a coach or making the move of getting some cute sneakers, then you're not serious. You're hoping that results will drop out of the sky. And like I'm saying, if this hits now, if this triggers you, if this hits, then you're not going to like it, but I'm not going to soften the blow just to make you feel all good and cozy. If you don't invest in yourself, then you are in order to move forward and progress, then you're choosing to decline. That's the bottom line. The seventh thing that the 1% woman does is she has a zero BS policy. And this one hurt for me. It really did hurt because I want other people to give me promises and guarantees, but I didn't want to promise or guarantee myself nothing. I didn't want to promise myself that I was never going to make excuses again. I was never going to sleep in again. I was like, nah, fuck it. Who cares? Nobody knows. Doesn't really matter. Who's it affecting? Me. It's all affecting me. The person that I was BSing and lying to every single day was me. And then I wondered why I wasn't getting results. Your identity leaks are the tiny little lies that you come up with. Just one more bite. I'll walk it off tomorrow. I'll start again after the holidays. It's too hard now. I had to personally call myself out in order to change. And it hurt. It wasn't comfortable. But at the same time, it's what I needed to acknowledge in order to make the next step forward. I couldn't take a step forward while I was still blinded by my own lies. So you either eliminate the leaks or they're going to end up sinking your boat. The eighth thing that the 1% woman does is she executes without permission. She's not waiting or sitting around for somebody to give her permission or to acknowledge how great she's doing. She's too fucking busy executing. The 99% woman, she's just sitting around waiting for motivation to hit her on the head. It's not the right time now. I need my friend to join with me at the gym. I can't do it alone. No. I had to step into an entirely new persona. So for those of you who know, I went ahead and dyed my hair pink. I mean, it was a pretty extreme example, but it was something I had to do to really acknowledge to myself, I am different and I will never be the same again. I dyed my hair pink. I went really bold. I made big, bold moves and I was done with asking for permission. Some people thought my hair was okay, kind of cool, but a lot of people thought it sucked. And I didn't care. It's still pink now. I still don't care. I don't care because it makes me happy. I needed to do it to signify the changes I was making moving forward. If you're waiting, you've already lost the game. Action is the permission slip that you're waiting for. You need to start taking action. That's the permission slip. The ninth thing that the 1% woman does, and this one is huge, she constantly audits her circle. A lot of you don't want to do it. You've got your little friend groups and you don't want to have to cut any ties. I can't do that. That will offend them. She's my auntie's cousin's next door neighbor's daughter. I don't know. Your environment is going to take over your willpower if you are not surrounded by the right people. I did cut some ties in the last 12 months, and they weren't even self-destructive people. Some of them were absolutely driving me around the twist, and they're gone. They're gone, not in a bad way. I didn't even have to make an announcement. Honeys, it's so easy these days. You just ghost people. It's so simple. You don't return calls. You don't answer texts. You don't even leave them on read. You just don't read any of their messages at all. And they will eventually fade out your life. You don't need to worry about that because you're too busy making big ass moves, creating the life that you want, the body that you want, the income that you want, the friendship circles that you do actually want, and relationships that you want. If your circle doesn't challenge you to rise a little bit higher, then they're just choking you off at your potential. It's no fun because this all leads on to the 10th and final thing that the 1% woman does. And this is the key to everything. If you've stuck around this long, I am applauding you because this is the key. She identifies as her future self now. The past you stayed stuck, thinking that when you change, then you'll change. I'm going to say it again. The past you stayed stuck, thinking that when you change, then you'll change. But no, that 1% version of you, she changes now and waits for her persona to catch up. She just gets busy moving. She becomes unrecognizable and waits for the rest of her to catch up. Filter every decision through this question. Would my future self do this? If you don't embody her now, you will never meet her later on. She can't arrive if you don't start acting like her now. That is how you draw her in, by starting to embody her traits, her characteristics, her mannerisms, her actions, her choices, her decisions. That's how you bring her to life. So, honey, I really hope that you've enjoyed this today. If this episode slapped you awake in the very best way, please remember to go ahead and hit subscribe, share it with the women in your life who need this message too, because I am determined to empower women worldwide to become our highest 1% version of ourselves. We freaking deserve it. Women have been held down for way too long and it is not going to fly anymore. So I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. As always, please remember the Bombshell Blueprint is now open. Doors are open. And if you are ready to become that 1% version of you, to get the information, the dedication, and the transformation that you need to end this year strong so that you can enter 2026 completely unrecognizable, then please go ahead and hit the link in the show notes. You know I am always here for you and I am here to support you. I will be your biggest cheerleader and take you all the way to the finish line. I am sending you tremendous amounts of love. I will see you again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com and join me inside of the Bombshell Blueprint so you can stop emotional eating and start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources inside my past podcasts that will help you lose your weight without losing your sanity. I will see you next week.